policy concerning hundreds of millions of women's health is about to be implemented. According to the latest national plan, starting from November the 10th, 2025, China is gonna provide free HPV vaccinations for girls who have reached 13 years old. In this video, I'm going to share the basic knowledge about HPV and cervical cancer, the principles of the vaccine, and more importantly, how to protect yourself from the disease. To understand the importance of the vaccine, we must first figure out who are the enemies we are fighting with. The HPV, namely the human papillomavirus, is a large family of viruses with over 200 subtypes. Over 95% of cervical cancer cases are associated with persistent infection with high-risk HPV types, particularly type 16 and 18. However, it's crucial to remember that an HPV infection doesn't always lead to a cervical cancer. In fact, more than 80% of women might contract HPV at some point in their lives. The vast majority of HPV infections can be directly cleared by our own immune system within 1 or 2 years. Only a small part of persistent infections might finally develop into a cervical cancer. So how does the HPV virus cause cancer? The answer lies at the molecular level. This high-risk HPV virus carries two key oncoproteins, E6 and E7. After the virus managed to invade the cervical cells, E6 and E7 act like saboteurs. They will attack our crucial tumor suppressor protein, P53 and PRB, making them inactive. Then the normal activity of the cell is disrupted, paving the way for cancer development. So how does the vaccine work? We can compare its mechanism to a realistic military exercise. The HPV vaccine is a prophylactic vaccine. Its core component is the virus-like particle, which can be regarded as a virus replica. Using biotechnology, scientists synthesize only the L1 capsid protein from the outer shell of the HPV virus. They only resemble the real HPV virus structurally and morphologically, but contain no viral genetic material, the DNA. After vaccination, the replica enters your body. Your immune system immediately recognizes it as a foreign invader, sounds the alarm, and initiates a full immune response. It produces antibodies against the virus and forms immune memory. This process is like a military exercise. If the real HPV virus attempts to invade in the future, the already prepared antibodies and memory immune cells inside you can be quickly activated to neutralize and eliminate the virus before it can establish an infection. So how do we choose between the different valent vaccines? The valency of a vaccine refers to the number of virus types it covers. Bivalent vaccine targets only the two most common high-risk types, HPV 16 and 18, building a precise defense and preventing about 70% of cervical cancer cases. The free vaccination program will provide this type. Multivalent vaccine as protection against two low-risk types, HPV 6 and 11, on the basis of the bivalent vaccine. 9-valent vaccine is the strongest, increasing the prevention rate for cervical cancer to about 90%. Remember, the key is that getting vaccinated earlier is much more important than blindly waiting for a higher valent vaccine. This is because the protective effect tends to be optimal before the exposure to the virus. Last but not least, is the HPV vaccine only for girls? Absolutely not. This is a crucial scientific consensus. HPV infection is not exclusive to women. Men are also victims of it and can transmit the virus. After vaccination, men can not only protect themselves, but can also significantly reduce the transmission chain within the population. So everyone, get vaccinated and protect yourself. Thanks for your listening.